Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 4 Ps when it comes to Cortus's strategy for entering into U.S. markets. First, we have the product. The product is obviously wood roll, but we've decided we're going to focus on cogeneration plants. So it's the plant as well as the technology for wood roll. And what differentiates this product is, one, it's cleaner and more efficient than most other cogeneration biomass plants, as well as the fact that it can take multiple inputs pretty easily. So you can either combine inputs or change the inputs that are going into the wood roll technology. As far as price, we're still working on figuring out what the exact price is going to be, but we know that it needs to be competitive with the cost of waste collection as well as the cost of electricity, because those are the two things that, well, one, Cortus would be taking their waste and turning it into energy, and so it would have to be competitive with the cost to remove waste for their customer, as well as turning that waste and turning it into electricity, so it would have to be competitive and bring down their overall energy costs. In terms of place, this was kind of really difficult for us because the reality of the situation is that biomass is everywhere. It's pretty ubiquitous in the United States. We have a very strong agricultural industry, as well as forestry industry and paper industry and everything else. So we kind of had to work backwards on this, and we identified a few states where there was a high cumulative biomass potential as well as strong state incentives. So the states that we identified were California, New York, Minnesota, and Hawaii. New York is particularly rich in wood resources, and Minnesota has a huge amount of agricultural resources. And Hawaii just has unbelievably high electricity prices, so it would be a really great win-win for them if they can just take their the waste that they generate, or that any company generates in Hawaii, and turn that into energy. Some of the state incentives that are beneficial for biomass would be net metering policies that would allow, say for example, let's say a farm decides to start using biomass to generate energy. They could, if they had more than enough electricity that they generated that they needed, then they could sell that back to the county or the municipality or get some sort of credit. And then we have renewable portfolio energy standards. Those are basically to help incentivize states to use energy. Every state is different, but it sets a goal for how much renewable energy should be created by a certain year. And then I'm going to hand it off to the next person.